So you don't say
At
that.
night, if she has apnea, what it does, it stays right there. And what it'll do is give a hypersonic sound, but it will also do this. But it just couldn't happen. So she'll come out of that,
So she can breathe.
so make her breathe, because that little tap, that little hypersonic sound kicks the body in like, all right, something's disturbing. But it won't disturb you enough, to put you out right. And you like, get that breath. The next thing you know, it's 7 hours. It's just like that. Just like that. Technology has really changed. Alrighty then. We talk about everything in this classroom, from sleep issues to uses of marijuana to life to US state government. And one thing you gotta understand about all states, that like the United States itself, the overall federal government, the state legislature controls your state. The people that you elect to represent your state, Senate and representatives, everything, because you got a nice enough where it doesn't mean your cause all that. But so all the laws for cities, all the laws for counties, even laws for private governments are all run by the states. The Constitution allows for this under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution and Article 4. So if you ever want to get anything changed in your state, you have to go to the legislature. Now, down on local level, of course, city council pretty much rules you there, but eventually at the end of the line, they cannot supersede state law, no matter what. So if the state wants to impose a law that wants to basically charge women for murder for abortion, it can. Which the state has to send the second. So the governor says he will sign it. So Oklahoma will charge women retroactively going back to June of 2022. The second-degree murder for aborting a child. And the state says teachers or professors can carry guns in their class without the permission of the president or the principal. They can't, which as of November 1st, I can't. If the state of Oklahoma says we are going to get rid of our diversity, inclusion, and equity program, it can't. Even though Governor Stitt got rid of it with an executive order, the state isn't going to officially get rid of it through the legislature. So there will be no one in the state to report any issues within state government or state entities that those laws are being violated. So state legislators are everything. They're in charge of everything you do. So the job of the legislator, they set policy for the state. Remember, majority rules determine the legislative agenda, and supermajority overrides the governor's veto. In the state of Oklahoma, we have what's called a supermajority of Republicans. But you would think since we have a Republican governor, everybody all loves each other, right? No, the Republicans in the state of Oklahoma hate each other. They like a very dysfunctional family. On certain things like abortion and everything, yeah, even though that's becoming contentious. Because some people don't think they're conservative enough. When it comes to guns, we're beginning to see a split in the Republican Party in this state. wanting more gun control over here, less gun control there. Even though the new law that's up, the new bill that's up for the state of Oklahoma lowers the age of gun ownership from 21 to 16. Now listen to that. If it passes, it's already passed the House in the state of Oklahoma. It's gonna pass the Senate in the state of Oklahoma. That means instead of having to be 21 to own a gun and carry it around freely and openly, you can be 16.
Why did it go down so far?
That's a reckless age.
Because
Yeah, 16 is definitely.
because the logic behind it at 16, if you're in high school, you can sign up for the Oklahoma National Guard, go through basic training.
No, they didn't doing all that.
I just feel
They're
like-
definitely not using their gun for no national honor, whatever.
Well, but the fact is, if you can be an
Yeah,
Oklahoma
so-
National Guardsman, you can probably qualify, you can carry it.
Well, okay, what about alcohol?
Yeah.
If so, if I can go and be in the military and can have a gun at 16, I should be able to.
I should be able to-
Not that, not that evil drug alcohol.
Man.
You're carrying a murderous weapon, but
I
you're
still
telling
don't
people
think
that
you
they
can.
can't drink whatever they want, like.
I agree. I sure so. I owned a gun since I was 7, but my dad says you can't take it out without permission. But they're gonna say a 16-year-old can own one.
But he can't drink whatever he wants.
That's right.
They so bad.
That's just don't.
Because that evil drug alcohol, remember, Oklahoma has a lot of Baptists and Baptist votes. Is that evil drug? Yes. Sunday afternoon, we don't talk about that cocaine, that demon white stuff. We don't talk about that alcohol. We talk about women wearing dresses. Don't let me get started. But remember, citizens vote these people in. Bill sponsors engaged in coalition building, stopping progress of legislation through filibuster, endless debate, or anything. These are all just ways in state legislature, people can argue with a bill or against a bill. No, that's one of those little big blocks. Basically, what they are.
They just.
They're male mosquitoes.
So
They're jumping
They're
around.
mosquitoes?
They're male mosquitoes. They don't bite.
They don't.
Okay.
They only do, there's only 2 functions for them. They eat and they fertilize mosquito eggs and then they die.
No.
Why they so big?
They die after fertilizing egg?
That's why you see piles of them. I mean, at the end of it, no matter where you go, you're gonna see piles of them. Which means,
Why are they in here?
So it's
well,
maybe.
they just crawl through the
He looks
window.
like you don't even know what he's doing with his life.
The only thing they eat is, pollen.
So it's not true that they eat mosquitoes.
No,
Cause I thought there was
they
mosquito.
make mosquitoes.
Yeah, why would they eat that?
make a bug.
Well,
No, because they're like, it was always like, don't kill them because they eat mosquitoes. Yeah,
No, they make the mosquitoes. You want to kill them.
my mom told them they're like mosquito eaters.
No, they're mosquito makers.
Oh.
I mean, most everything on planet Earth is sexual reproduction. They make mosquitoes. Their sperm does that. And then once they do that, they die.
I don't wanna live with them.
Oh, Oklahoma ain't that
Okay,
bad.
baby, you won't be here forever.
Don't go down.
2 more years,
Don't
barely.
go down to Louisiana.
No, no.
Don't go down to Florida.
Mm-mm.
Don't go
I wanna
down to
I
Mississippi.
wanna go to a blue state. I just wanna see how peaceful it is. What's the blue state?
She's talking about politically blue.
So like instead of like Oklahoma's a red state, California's a blue state.
You don't wanna go there either.
I don't wanna go to
Yeah,
California either, but
You don't wanna go nowhere, but you ain't good enough.
I would rather be anywhere but here.
But I mean, because, I mean, think about it, really. You can't lower the age of alcohol, but you're gonna lower the age of gun ownership to 16. Why does that make sense?
I don't. Like the fact that my brother will be 16
Yes,
is weird.
let me see- yeah, you missed that.
Like my
There's
brother,
a bill that passed the
He crazy as the
House in
beast.
Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
that
Be
will
done.
lower the gun ownership age from 21 to 60.
You're responsible.
More than that, they passed the House already. Still passed the Senate.
Like, do
So
we
it's
just
going
not
on
pick,
all
have
of
people
this.
with common sense?
Oh, and the other law
Wow.
that will charge women who have an abortion with murder. Second
That
degree
one?
murder,
What happened to?
that passed the Senate twice, and now it's gonna go to the governor and son.
With murder?
Wow.
Because those people that support that are like those representatives.
If they have an abortion, not a miscarriage, correct?
Abortion. But if it looks like an abortion, or there was an intent by the mother,
How would they know?
because they just talk to their friends.
But how would they know, yo, you got a fucking miscarriage though, compared to like you, oh, she intentionally.
Yeah, but-
baby versus-
But if I talk to you, say you had a miscarriage, but you've been telling all your friends, you know, I need to go to Kansas.
Hey, change of plans. You love that
But
kid.
then, of course, the unfortunate happens, but they do an investigation. Yeah, she said she wanna go to Kansas, they're gonna suspect that you may have.
But you can show records, you ain't never been here though.
Yeah, but you could have done something or take something, child. Because everybody knows that, especially about a week or two after possibility of being pregnant, you can take almost a high level of estrogen and that'll do the job. So say like you have 6 birth control pills.
But okay, but like birth control does that to women naturally sometimes.
Yep.
So like so are they gonna get people who are on birth control and count that as murder?
Temperature birth controls.
I feel like it's just like
How you
a waste of time. I feel like it's pointless. I feel like
They
they're
went
trying
back
to
to
build jails in Oklahoma.
What is this? It's 2024. All these people will be up for election in 2026. So right now, they're putting on the record that they. Even though they argue that legislation would benefit, I mean, see, it's like, one of the things they did, they argued that it's gonna benefit, how does it benefit? It benefits a certain group, yes,
And they don't care if it was a situation like rape or.
No, they don't care.
they care, but still, you don't abort a child.
Someone is they gonna make
Or
right?
any state, you as an Oklahoma citizen can go out of state and have an abortion. Ladies, mute.
You think they'll have like a certain kind of little task force just for that? You think they'll actually pursue it and go after people?
No, what they will do is most likely say you will tell your friend that you wish it Kansas. Now, your friend who's supposed to be keeping your secrets gonna tell her mama. That you had an abortion. And then her mama gonna tell someone else that you had an abortion. Eventually, we get around this.
Wow.
Because I can tell you right now, especially in my US government class at 11 AM, I know 5 women up there that will report that. Right there. If you have an abortion. Would not have a problem reporting it because we took a poll, straight up polls, wouldn't have a problem. It is hardcore.
I just still feel like it's like, I feel like it, like,
What are we doing?
like, my thing is, what is this benefiting? Who is this benefiting? One,
The babies.
already dead and gone. I'm sorry.
But we
Everything.
can't kill innocent babies.
Yep, why can't we?
How dare you suggest that we do that?
But what if,
So would
what
you
if,
rather
you gotta
bring-
think about the outside environment stuff, like,
Like,
okay, yes, they might have that state, they might didn't lose protection, and
Well,
they end
we
up.
as a Christian state must be better than that.
No, but not everybody else is a Christian like you.
question,
So-
so when does this isn't it across state lines? So isn't it federal?
No, it's not federal, but if you're Oklahoma citizen, you go out of state. You have an abortion, then you come back home, stay here, you killed the Oklahoma citizen out of state, and we're gonna enforce it.
Even if it wasn't, let's say it wasn't conceived in Oklahoma, let's say it was conceived in California.
How are they considered a citizen without a birth certificate? They ain't even like,
Still, mama's a citizen, baby was conceived in Oklahoma, it's still a citizen, a potential citizen. Then we must protect it.
It just doesn't make sense.
What you wanna say? Say it. Good.
It ain't nowhere in the Constitution that say.
Exactly.
what would you say?
I said it's nowhere in the Constitution that
That's
says
right.
potential citizen, if the baby is not born, it's not.
Not a
And
citizen.
there's no statutory requirement in the state of Oklahoma that says.
So then, is this pointless?
Yeah.
Breaking it down.
It's not, however, you could make it.
Whatever we really say.
Point of order. I hope someone does, I just hope someone
Because
does.
that could be challenged.
In very, like, there's a lot of ways that it could be
Yeah.
challenged, because there's no, I feel, look.
But then the Supreme Court would go back to Article 1 and then of course to the 10th Amendment, the states have every right to make that. And but we'll tell the state of Oklahoma, you have to define when life starts for you. And that's how you can enforce that.
And then even then, but. It don't make sense. to me.
It's always.
It doesn't.
So are they gonna take off the morning after pills? Are they gonna stop selling that legally?
No, they still sell it here legally.
So then that, what is the point? What is the, you're contradicting yourself.
You can still go to Walgreens, it's right there.
Oh,
So are you gonna just have a
That's a set
police
up too
officer?
then,
Like,
probably.
But really, it's the morning after, so you don't know. That's the difference. You don't know, you're just taking a precaution, so it's almost like a birth control.
So,
But if you go to a doctor, find out, or you take her home,
Okay, a home
Okay,
pregnancy
no.
test that can come out positive when it's really negative. How do you
that's why,
count that?
that's why you go to,
also, how
that's
did
why
they
you go to
relate
your
to
doctor, huh?
the
Okay, you never went to your doctor.
But you get positive, even though like she says, you don't know, it could be wrong, right? So what are you gonna do next?
That's why
Set up
you
a
keep trying,
doctor's
keep
appointment.
trying, keep trying.
So you're gonna go to a doctor's appointment and set it up, and then the doctor's gonna take you.
What if you a kid and you got like sexually assaulted and you end up pregnant, they can't do nothing, like, they gotta keep the baby.
Well,
They
under
keep-
Oklahoma law, you can have an abortion.
You
got much for that, babe.
Oh
my God.
Why this is the topic, because legislators control.
Why do they have a say so? They're not females. Some of them are, well, majority aren't. They're males. So what do they know?
Right. What do they know? But you gotta understand, a lot of people who bring that type of legislation up, are not males.
Yes.
But, okay, again, another question is who, besides the unborn clone cells, who is this benefiting?
It's benefiting our moral integrity.
We're talking about morals and Oklahoma.
Like what?
We're talking,
Yes, because Oklahoma is a moral state.
so we're not gonna talk about what's going on. in USA.
We will.
We're not gonna
protect
talk
our
about-
unborn children.
Was he gonna just take people's land?
But y'all would kill animals.
I'm not taking the land.
We were born during that time,
What are we really talking about? But y'all worried about the wrong thing.
but you hear how we're going back and forth. That's what happens down there. But they control, but state legislatures control everything.
It makes no sense. Like, absolutely.
Like how Langston is run, the state kind of control. Like how Oklahoma City and Tulsa are two cities that are special cities to the legislature. They allow, again, a little bit more freedom, but the state of Oklahoma can enforce or will enforce anything on Langston, Stillwater, or anything else. They can come in.
How is this going to, like, okay, teen pregnancy is very, very, very high in Oklahoma.
Actually, it's much lower
Now,
now
compared to when?
compared to when I was in high school.
Okay,
Let's just say, when I was in high school, teen pregnancy Was over 35%.
And then you get rid of abortions, what do you feel is gonna happen?
They could potentially scare straight.
No, I'm telling you, no, because no one talks about this in high school. No one talks about politics in high school. No one teaches you about politics in high school. Not at least in
Aren't they
Oklahoma.
erasing it anyways?
And see, this is where this comes right here. Polarization increasing on this one issue alone. Polarization among the legislators. Remember, this is beginning to divide the Republicans. And the Republicans are hardcore this way.
Hippie bro.
But these same bills and they keep coming up. I mean, really, you wanna give a 16-year-old a gun,
And that in itself, because
but you wanna charge a woman who is a young woman who goes to campus with murder?
at any age, you're talking from 18 to,
I don't
However
think
old.
she should be charged with murder, that's like,
Second-degree murder.
that's
Second
why, I
degree.
think she should not be charged, that's wild, like,
All right, let me catch y'all up since y'all eased in here.
it's just things that like.
All right, a bill has just passed the state house. And then it passed the Senate. It went for a revote in the Senate, and the revote in the Senate passed it too. That says a woman who goes out of state, get an abortion, and then comes back home, will be charged with second-degree murder.
That's wild, like.
And the governor is most likely will sign it.
Like Jason saying, there's other factors to why a person comes to.
Sure. Everybody knows this.
But
but
second degree murder is wild, like, they can't be charged with something else, like.
Nope, second-degree murder.
no.
And
You're willing.
if your boy back there, sir, you, only brother here today, I'm taking on you. If your boy help you, that got you pregnant, guess what? Second-degree murder.
Damn.
And if your girls here say like, this girl right here will fall dip on the mouth. But say your girls help you, y'all gonna be charged with accomplishment. Accomplishment.
Well, everybody lies, say, I don't know nothing.
I don't know.
Because
But the fact is, say you drive out there, you know she pregnant, you know what she getting, you can be in charge.
So what if I say, she thought we was going to a girl trip and I lied to her?
Yeah, even though you knew about it, you took her to the clinic.
No, she didn't go to the clinic, she stayed at the hotel, I took
She
her
said,
to.
oh, you
But
just.
she was just a driver, she
Oh,
thought.
deniability. Make sure you prove it, that she got Uber. And that you were going somewhere else. Back, are you actually clumsy?
Yeah, what happened to, if you have a miscarriage?
Just
Or
prove
somebody beat me up.
prove it that it was accidental. Prove it that you don't set
You
it up.
can't let nobody beat you up, you can have bruises, so they gonna be like, what happened, lady?
So they're getting charged.
All right, somebody beat you up, then who beat you up?
I
I
mean,
don't know, it's dark.
I was drunk.
Why did you know?
I was drunk. I was drunk at the club.
Why did you know? Oh, you-
I didn't know I was getting pregnant. I didn't know. I didn't know. I did not like drunk. I did not like
You
drunk at the
know,
club.
the medical report that you were pregnant.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I just drink my friend.
That's the whole question, like, let's say, no,
I was just
like,
fine.
like,
I got
no one
really
goes to
hard.
the doctor, but yeah, you know you're pregnant.
Yeah, well, if you know you're pregnant, but you haven't been to the doctor in your past.
There's so much
You
gray
can,
area.
you can even go to Kansas.
There's actually a lot of people that does that though.
Yeah,
Don't
who really goes to the
They don't
doctor?
got Medicaid or none of that.
Look, I will tell you this, if you think you are, just, I wouldn't get confirmed with any doctor here.
I just go,
Hell no.
until you ready to actually,
Until
get
you-
ultrasounds and
you
stuff.
make up your decision.
Yeah.
You better go to Walmart and get that.
Once I see that I'm pregnant on the way.
No, see, you messed up right there because chances are you're gonna buy
They
it.
gonna check it.
You're gonna buy it on a debit card or a credit card.
What about
And you have an
cash?
idea.
What about cash? Or what about, the $5 discount?
That's why they lock it up.
No, what? You go to the bank and smash that thing, I mean, it's open.
Wait, what?
It's open.
Oh, you got rollers. You got rollers in there. You got rollers. You smash it.
No, if you think
No.
a fat thing on.
But regardless, you don't wanna do that because that leaves a trail that you knew.
I can
That leaves a trail that you knew.
So, but, okay, even if you buy a pregnancy test,
Okay.
that does not mean you're pregnant.
Right.
So like, that's the whole thing, regardless of how you look at this.
But what are you gonna do next if you get a positive? You can go to a doctor.
Depends.
Verify that.
It depends, okay, what
I think
happens?
it just fall down.
Well, it depends on, okay, if you have insurance to be able to go to a doctor, if you don't, then you don't.
But you have center care.
If you don't, adults, look, adult center care is stupid, that's all I'm gonna say. I went to go get glasses, couldn't get it cause I ain't had no insurance, but we're not gonna talk about it. That should piss me off. Ugh. But that's what I'm saying, there's so much gray area that this bill makes no sense.
Right.
And I don't understand why people in there, in Congress, in the legislature, didn't look at this and be like, there's too much gray area.
They had a serious debate.
And then there's still more gray area.
You know why, right?
What happened?
Because in 2026, what's gonna happen?
All them
They're all gonna get promotion.
were gone, yeah.
You know how much they make on top of their income, right? Then if you're a state senator, you get $60,000 on top of your income.
What?
To be a state senator.
To not do shit,
State senator.
to be awful.
Say like you have a
Extra
job,
money for them.
right, that's extra money, 66 grand.
I mean, that sounds great, don't get me wrong.
Huh?
To do dumb shit.
Not all of them do dumb shit,
The majority does.
but majority does.
And to be a state representative, it's 50K
Let me graduate.
to do that shit.
To do.
But remember, these members of legislation, they control everything in the state. They pass the laws that apply to you, and laws just like that.
I just do whatever.
Because I can tell you right now, as a lifetime gun owner, I don't want no 16-year-old kid to be able to go into
Yeah,
be able to go into academy with a library card
let's go back to,
and buy a gun.
let's go back.
Have they met 16?
16 is wild. It's
Why the new generation of 16-year-olds, like.
But
No,
that's the whole thing, but my thing is,
Didn't you just say
so
no?
when
You
accident.
said no? You said no about the new generation of 16-year-olds being crazy?
no, I said they crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to say, hold on, where's?
No,
That's the whole thing, if you're crazy.
Hell, we were crazy.
We was crazy, but we
But
was
we got common sense.
I had it tomorrow.
That part.
I mean, just say that doesn't exist anymore.
But
For them.
my thing is, if your mind is barely, you're just going through adolescence at 16.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, how does that make
Serious.
sense? Like, I feel like that's a danger to
Because when you are 16 years old in this state,
cause I wouldn't trust me at 16 with a gun.
you
I'd have
can
a handgun.
join the Oklahoma National Guard. And you can go through basic training over your summer vacation. And then you will be a National Guards person as of finishing basic training. So you can be 16 years old and be deployed nationally.
Because
to
you
go
know
to-
that,
to go to war.
okay, so you can be 16 because you graduated at 17. Okay, I see it, but I don't, because whenever I was trying to do all that, I had to be 17.
Right, and
18.
the liquor part of what you're talking about, well, they won't lower the liquor age to 18 to 16, is that when you are activated for federal service, you will get that federal service card, and guess what? You will get your liquor.
But that's still only one population of people compared to what you're doing for everyone in the state.
Right.
Like Lawton is a military town,
And crazy,
and you're gonna give 16-year-olds guns
yeah,
in Lawton, in Tulsa,
I'm talking
in
about,
Oklahoma City?
I'm talking about northeast side of Oklahoma City.
East side is crazy, now, y'all was fucking.
No, I'm talking northeast side of Oklahoma City, southeast side of Oklahoma City,
East side.
East side of the state.
central, south side of Oklahoma City,
The whole
north Tulsa.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
Hey, I'm talking about McAllister.
Talking about these small towns, these sundown towns, like
El Reno.
Norman even.
Everybody was a down there.
That's the whole thing, like makes no, I was reading, anyways, that's my whole thing. Y'all's, how y'all treat homeless people out there? Wow, it's wild.
That's about to get wild there.
Yeah, I've been reading.
They keep them off the side of the road or something.
Not only that, what they're gonna do is. What's going through the state legislature, remember, state legislature determine what happens in the state. Remember what we're talking about, gathering them all and, well, they're gonna do something like that. Is that they won't be charged with any crime, but they will be picked up and they will be taken to a central area. Where all the homeless are gonna be, and they can be kept in that area. They can only leave if they make sure that they don't be homeless on the street. And go shopping and everything, but they have to, if they go to sleep at night or everything, they have to come back to this area.
Yeah.
They know in Oklahoma, like we're known for homeless people in that, most of our shelters.
So that's how they're gonna do it, they're gonna put them
They
all
were
in the
trying to
central
find a-
area.
And then there
So
was a whole
every
issue.
city is gonna get enough allotment of money where they can build this area. So
It's
it's
so
all.
fair,
Now, that hasn't passed the House yet, nor the Senate, but that's coming up for debate soon, and I guarantee you it'll most likely pass.
It's actually kind of wild, because reading into it, I had to do it for our news writing class, reading into it, it's sad.
It is,
And then like Oklahoma City, if you gone by the Greyhound, you see it
That's what I'm
all.
saying.
but also Oklahoma has actually cut,
Because what they're doing
the
is
state
centralized
legislature has
area,
actually cut.
but nothing
our
in that area
budget
that
for
help out, they're putting it on the population of people.
Oh.
So it's like, that's why, it's like,
I thought they
they're
was
just
like
getting,
20 years.
you're pushing them to the side and not caring.
Yeah.
So it's like, instead of trying to help, instead of trying to create places for them. Instead of trying to create places to help them, you're
Yeah.
creating
Mental
to
health.
destroy them and
Yeah.
keeping them in that cycle.
That's essential to everything. Imagine me
I
having,
feel like,
imagine me a state employee, I have a mental health
I feel
issue
50-50.
and I'm able to carry a gun.
Like one little thing can tip you off, we don't even know what contributing.
I still never phone or something.
Man, I mean, right now, let's see if I were to do this, right here, open up, I have my little black box right here. Well,
okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I said.
remember I told you, if I was gonna bring one, I'd let you.
Y'all out of here, sorry.
But what if that? A state employee, no, this is,
God, it's not.
it's pretty small. Don't worry, I ain't crazy. But the fact is, if I, as a state employee, they cut the state benefits for psychological. So they can wrangle the budget, but yet they allow me to carry a weapon. The state legislature decided this. It wasn't Governor Stitt or anything, state legislature decided. Does that make sense to you?
None of this makes sense.
But that's what your state legislature should do.
But then do what's best for us, they do what's best for them.
No, what's best for the group, there you go, you got it. What's best for the small groups who are willing to participate politically. To vote for them. Remember, understand that. Since only a certain number of people actually participate in voting, these are the state legislatures.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry, I just saw something. It
That's all.
says, you,
Think about it, I mean, but right now, everybody smoke weed if you have a prescription card, but it's wrong to lower that age with some alcohol. But my daughter, when she was 18, first thing she got was her car.
For what?
That's right.
She's legit, she has ADHD.
I called the police.
Oh, she had ADHD, you can get
She came home with $300.
I'm glad I chipped on.
Oh, you said card for weed?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said car.
No,
Oh, jeez.
no, she was 18, when she turned 18, she got her card, her weed card, and
Does it help her though?
It does, but I think she is running into that wall where she's using it every day. And it's beginning to disturb her sleep, and that just makes everything worse.
Yeah, she needs to learn how to take tolerance breaks.
Right, because if you do it every day,
Mhm.
you can't get into rooms.
Yeah, and you get all
You
sluggish.
get all sluggish and dopey, and it causes psychotic problems.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
dang.
when people say you
Start-
go psychotic on weed. That's
I
the
wouldn't say
reason why.
psychotic, I would say like more like you kinda,
No, some don't, it's
some people do,
going
like,
to psychotic break.
people do like, I guess like, what is it, when they like kind of
They let.
memory loss and stuff like that.
Sleep,
Mhm.
like a room.
Mhm.
So.
Like you're just kind of there.
University of Central Oklahoma reaches settlement in the Title IX class action lawsuit
That's right, they did, I finally they settled it, okay.
for the track athlete, not the other one.
They didn't settle the one for the football? Oh, God. Because they got a damn football one.
The hearing is set for July 1st. I'm tired of reading it.
So, but the fact is, you can get a prescription card for marijuana online, which I already did, for $150. Which was able to smoke.
So was that legal?
That was legal. And the moment she got her card, she printed it out online, she went straight to the weed store. bought $3 worth
Did you support that? As a father?
of the first couple of weeks, yes, because it does help with my ADHD and then.
Is it just like medicine where you have to do different, like strands or different things to try
Yeah,
to
but
see?
I think it needs more. It needs more regulation. And Oklahoma's slowly trying to do that. But the state legislators won't pass law to do it. One of the major reasons why state legislators allowed this in the state of Oklahoma is because.
Yeah, the amount of money that they're making off of this.
And that's one of the reasons why we were able to take taxes off. Because they raised the taxes on marijuana.
Has that already started? Because the prices they've gone down.
No, it's, I think it starts till July 1st.
Okay. Do I know what?
Taking taxes off fees.
I know, I was looking at it, I said,
In
dang,
Oklahoma.
it's still expensive.
So what they did to, and I brought that up, I said, how do you cover that? Well, they took the taxes off food, but they gonna put more taxes on marijuana.
That makes sense though.
So,
Nice, whatever.
yeah, that's like a video. So I don't tax on my food. Let me get some tax free from. I mean, I like bougie eating, okay? I like elk, I like venison, I like my vice.
Bison is wild, sorry.
So, yeah, you have so, y'all smoke y'all weed so I can eat my food. Remember, all state legislators handle state money. And it's like you said, right here at the very end, one of the reasons, Ms. Spivey, all of you, why some of those crazy laws happen is this right here. Little competition. Nobody stands up and competes. Let me tell you right now, most of you, if you look in your state representative districts or your state senator districts, you may decide to run in 2026. You may run unopposed because some people may not even know that it's empty. Like several state legislative districts, Senate, House, last election, about 20 were empty. No one filled them.
Do you have to live in those districts to
Yeah,
run for
You
that
have to live in
district?
those districts.
For how long?
A year. Oh, could be a rural district.
So like, since we live out here, 9 months out of the year, we can run for.
Since if you have an address down there. And there was a district near Cache. You could run in that district.
But what did they just vote on? I thought they just voted on all that. No? What was Larry Bush and all that in Locl?
Oh, well,
And the dude that
well,
ran?
he was convicted of sexual assault.
Larry Bush was?
No, the dude that was for state representative where they were running for that seat.
Oh,
Well, they got him for sexual assault, he sexually assaulted about 3 women.
and they're still gonna let him be senator?
No, that's probably the person.
So they're not just gonna give it to Larry Bush?
Nope,
That's wild.
they don't do that.
But don't most of the people do some crazy stuff?
Many of us.
Who was it, Mark?
Mark Wayne Mullen?
That one?
Yeah, that's a US senator.
No, not that one. The one who got voted into Supreme Court that caused a big ruckus. He's a white guy, he did blackface, he did,
Kavanaugh.
yes,
Yeah.
and then the woman, yeah, that was wild. I do remember
Yeah,
that.
but that's US. What legislators do, well, they make the laws, they represent y'all. Any service that you have with the state of Oklahoma, saying you can't get your food stamps or your Medicaid or something, the state representative, senator or senator can help you. And they, of course, they oversee the state agencies. That's what they do. But mostly they pass weird ass laws.
And the duck stamp, that shit pissed me off.
And just think, by this time next year, Oklahomans who are 16 years old can carry a gun. Most likely.
But that doesn't change the law on colleges, where it's up to college discretion.
I don't know. Because only thing they have to do is amend it.
Lord knows they better stay away from me.
60, I'm not going back to law. Wait, really? My brothers, I'm gonna make it to where my mom moves. I'm gonna make it that way. Do not send my brothers, even to the white school, it doesn't matter.
All the girls along the way.
Hey, they've changed now. Have you been down there lately?
Not at all.
Man,
Y'all gonna go to the next town and go to the white schools? No, you gonna go to the next town, we're 30 minutes away now?
we already live in Sterling to go to law. That's 30 minutes right there, but no, they finna not get out of
Now,
Oklahoma.
this is what's gonna happen. If the 16-year-old usage for guns, when that passes here, I'm gonna say it when it passes. You know what state's gonna be looking at it, right?
What?
Texas. Because look at here, it says, deals with common problems modeled on another state's legislation. Texas will be looking at that. Because Oklahoma will pass a law, Texas will pass the same law. Texas will pass a law, Oklahoma will pass it.
So like, has Texas already been, or done, oh, Jesus, abortion, like murder charges?
They're waiting on to see how our law looks.
So it might be a few years.
Because Mr.
till-
Abbott's already said that they won't introduce it down to the Texas legislator until they see it.
How many people gonna be in jail now?
But I mean, isn't there a whole problem with Oklahoma jails anyways? Are they all trying to be private and they're getting money and it's going to the state? Oh, okay,
Remember, a judge gets paid $2,000 a head
just saying,
to put a person in private prison.
wild to me.
So the decision's basically already made.
No,
You said they get paid ahead.
if you, look, it's still a jury has to convict that person.
But they're still getting paid.
If he puts them in there, yes.
So they got paid ahead.
All right, let's say, look, let's say you've been charged with a crime. You still gotta go to trial. They still gotta prove it. You still gotta get convicted by that jury. But once that is done, the judge sentences you. Now, the judge can sentence you and put you in a state public prison or a state private prison. If that judge puts you in a private prison will compensate the judge for $2,000. Which is legal in the state of Oklahoma. So maybe the judge is hoping that you get convicted, who knows? But I'll put your ass in that private prison. I mean, all y'all up for crimes, half of y'all get convicted, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, a bundle, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, bundle, 2 bundles, I'm coming, see, that's one day work. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm gonna enjoy this vacation. Thank y'all for being bad. Or making stupid decisions. Ain't no skin on my team. Gee, waiter. But the state legislature made that legal about 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And guess what? Other state made that legal. Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Arizona, New Mexico, Mississippi. Should I go further south? Because they all model each other. They all model each other. Representation, responsibility to promote constituents' interests. Remember, these state legislators pass these laws because the constituents, the people who vote for them, want this. So if all you Black people are not voting, and mostly white people are voting of a certain type, these are the laws you get. Let's just be real.
Yep. Bless them.
Because only about 54% of them are actually voting, and about less than 42% of us who are eligible for voting. If we came and voted about 72%,
So much would change.
which gets.
But my thing is, I'm giving everybody ideas, y'all into politics. Why not start up something where you go to each campus,
Mhm,
you explain voting,
mhm.
you get people to sign up for voting, to do voting. They vote. If every college in Oklahoma,
Guess
See,
what?
that's the thing, Langston has that,
Guess
but
what?
people don't go to it.
well,
Right.
and one of the biggest issues I have with how we do it is basically like we get you registered, but you don't explain how voting goes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask everybody, I'm gonna ask everybody this question.
Because she.
Raise your hand if it's a yes. How many of you had parents that talked about politics every day in your household? Every day.
Not everybody's parents talk about that, no,
One,
it's not true.
2, 3.
Tricky, it's just for you to get registered.
That's the reason why right there.
But even that, but then like people, if you already don't know how to get registered, let alone what makes you think people are gonna do the research on who these
Right,
people are.
and then it's secondary. I mean, because,
A lot of the information.
I know you three, you will go out and do something because you know how important this shit is. But most people, like, well,
They're not for me
I
anyway.
gotta be back by 5.
Where is our closest like polling place?
Be good, that's the.
Actually,
Then we have one
the
up here.
library.
Oh, yeah, I didn't forget.
But there was some lady
Our
that's trying to get
library?
rid
Yeah, because she was running for.
I got confused, I'm like, what?
It's the library, but you know what? You never see a sign out in front of it.
That's what I was about to say, like,
Well, like,
all year people supposed to go out and do stuff, educate people.
But
Yeah, you don't know, they don't know. Good.
Over here.
And you can get registered.
Unless I'm voter support here in this county, I can't go get those.
Yeah,
They have to put those signs out.
it's really hard to get registered over here, especially if you're from out of state. I tried to get registered to vote here, I think my sophomore year, but I ended up just driving home to vote.
Right, but think about it, if you get if you
Kansas City.
get 50% of all the students on this campus to vote in this county, y'all control this county. Think about that.
And then
50% of the
what-
students on this campus, if they voted in this county, y'all control this county.
Real bad. Langston will control,
That will be the tipping.
I mean, they're going,
Because of Langston, but I will tell you one thing, the moment they see it happen,
they don't get that.
they're gonna come out here. Straight up after y'all.
And they're gonna come out here getting fun.
Try to do anything.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
try to get them.
And they're gonna come out, like I said.
But they would also, yeah, but like she said, they would also come out here and get your vote.
Yeah, they gonna be trying to go.
They're
to
gonna
school
be
too.
trying to come to the college, just like how they go to OU, how they go to
Yeah.
OSU, how they go to the bigger colleges. But if smaller colleges like, let's say, well, they go out to Cameron, but Cameron,
Y'all get-
Langston,
Right, y'all
Rogers.
get those big ass pizza parties, y'all get those big old things, y'all vote, yeah, y'all
Y'all will
vote.
bid.
You have corporations that come out here because y'all vote on this pipeline issue, y'all vote, come up here. Or y'all will get extra money for stuff. I guarantee you Exxon will put a brand new research building out here for y'all. Because you vote.
But I don't feel like our university thinks like that either, but like, they get free shit.
Yeah, but imagine if y'all vote in this county, Moses County, and then you know that they need to get a bill passed down in the state house. And you guys control who goes into the state house, you guys control a lot of the county, they'll come up here and court your vote. That's what a lot of our people don't understand. If you got a block of votes, corporations will court your vote.
Voting is capitalism.
Yes. They will start. It's amazing how schools get rebuilt. Real damn quick if they think you can vote. It says, where all that money come from? Hey, what the hell did we get fixed? And then that elevator doors open and it says Exxon.
Or that's really like how Lawton is, like we all got digital signs, but it has Liberty Bank right under it.
That's right.
So and it has to be there for, I think, like 5 to 10 years, and then they can take it down.
That's right. But y'all got them signs.
Hey, everybody did, and fences around the schools.
My little school in Hobart, Oklahoma, we got a professional track around it. We got big ass monitor that's up, you can just see it everywhere, got new stands, got pad seats, nice. In this little town with 3,000 people. Kerr McGee did that before they merged with someone else. But they put over $15 million in this. Because the pipeline was coming through there. And Hobart has a 75% roller rate. So schools were improved, roads were improved. We got new track, hell, we even got a new sports.
That's what I'm confused, like, you know, this 10-year plan they be talking about with Langston, who's, what money?
Tinder?
Huh?
10-year plan.
The 10-year plan?
Oh, I thought you said Tinder. I was about to say, oh, hell.
Yeah, not on Tinder.
We already got fit.
Not on Tinder only. You ain't got that yet.
But that's
Gotta
not
be on y'all,
what
so,
Yeah, it is.
hey, thank y'all.
I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to find out.
Maybe the people.
Man, I'm getting out of politics, I'm getting out of Newport.
No, you ain't
I'm gonna
doing,
become a
you ain't
teacher.
doing, you ain't doing. Alright, but we need we'll go more into the jobs of the legislators on Thursday. But remember, your state legislature controls everything within the state. Unless by law, certain cities have certain passes where they can have more control of themselves. But overall, the people who control your state are your state legislators. Talk to you on Thursday. guys.